Welcome back to B&B Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive into the intricate schemes, emotional confrontations, and power struggles shaking up the glamorous world of the bold and the beautiful. Get ready for an unforgettable ride into the drama. The brewing storm, Stephy's ambitions at the forefront. Stephy Forrester's determination to reclaim her family's legacy is reaching a fever pitch. Confident and resolute, she shares her vision with Eric and Ridge at the Forrester mansion. While Eric expresses unease over the secrecy of her plan, Ridge is content to trust his daughter's instincts. Stephy assures them that her strategy is sound, and though she keeps the finer details close to her chest, her ultimate goal is crystal clear: to oust Hope and Carter from Forrester Creations. Her plan is bold, her resolve unshakable, but is it enough? What makes Stephy's ambition so compelling is her unrelenting belief in justice for the Forrester family. To her, Carter and Hope represent a betrayal of everything Forrester Creations stands for. Her return to the office is not just a move of strategy but a symbolic reclaiming of her family's rightful place. Yet, as the saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Will Stephy's zeal blind her to potential pitfalls, or will her plan succeed beyond her wildest dreams? The seductive plan, Daphne Rose takes center stage. Meanwhile, at the Cliff House, Stephy shares a glass of champagne with her secret weapon, Daphne Rose, the enigmatic French perfumier with a reputation for both her fragrances and her charm. Daphne, as poised and calculating as she is beautiful, reassures Stephy that Carter Walton is already intrigued by her. He won't stand a chance, she purrs confidently, and Stephy can't hide her smirk. Together, they plot a course of seduction and subterfuge, with Daphne as the centerpiece of their machinations. This partnership between Stephy and Daphne introduces a tantalizing layer of complexity. Daphne's allure isn't limited to her ability to create a perfect scent, she's a master manipulator who thrives on power dynamics. Her interactions with Carter will undoubtedly set off fireworks, but will her loyalties remain with Stephy, or will her growing influence lead her to carve out a path of her own? For now, Stephy sees Daphne as the perfect pawn in her game, but pawns have a way of becoming queens when least expected. Hope's dilemma, balancing love and legacy. At Forrester Creations, Hope and Carter revel in the success of their recent endeavors. The introduction of Daphne's fragrance line feels like a game-changer, a move that could solidify their hold on the company. Brooke joins the discussion, but her presence is tinged with unease. The tension between her and Ridge is palpable, and her doubts about her place at Forrester weigh heavily on her. Hope's role in this power struggle is fraught with challenges. On one hand, she's fiercely protective of her mother and determined to make their collaboration with Carter a success. On the other, Stephy's looming presence and the arrival of Daphne introduce a sense of instability. Hope's line may be thriving, but her personal life is increasingly under siege. As Daphne begins to weave her web around Carter, Hope must confront the possibility that her relationship and her vision for the company may be in jeopardy. Ridge and Taylor, rekindling old flames. As the chaos unfolds, Ridge seeks solace in the familiarity of his relationship with Taylor. At the mansion, he presents her with a gown he designed, a gesture steeped in sentimentality and romance. The moment sparks a deep connection between them, culminating in a passionate kiss that reignites the chemistry they once shared. For Ridge, this rekindling represents an escape from the turmoil surrounding Brooke and the Forrester-Logan divide. Taylor offers him a sense of stability, a reprieve from the constant battles and betrayals. However, their renewed intimacy raises questions about Ridge's true intentions. Is he genuinely ready to move on with Taylor, or is this another chapter in their endless cycle of love and heartbreak? Brooke's struggle, standing firm or walking away. Brooke Logan is at a crossroads. The sting of Ridge's rejection and her struggles at Forrester Creations have left her questioning her place in both the company and his life. Hope's pleas for her to stay on as CEO highlight the stakes involved, not just for the business, but for Brooke's sense of agency and purpose. Despite her doubts, Brooke knows that stepping down would hand Stephy the victory she craves. Yet, staying in the role means facing an uphill battle against a family determined to see her fail. Brooke's internal conflict is a testament to her resilience, but it also underscores the loneliness she feels as she navigates this storm. Whether she chooses to fight or walk away, the repercussions of her decision will reverberate far beyond the boardroom. The power play, Carter in the crosshairs. Carter Walton finds himself at the center of this whirlwind, his position as CEO making him both a target and a key player. Daphne's arrival introduces a seductive distraction that threatens to upend his carefully constructed world. Stephy's plan hinges on exploiting Carter's vulnerabilities, but the question remains, will he succumb to Daphne's charm or will he see through the ruse? Carter's journey is emblematic of the larger battle for control at Forrester Creations. As alliances shift and loyalties are tested, his decisions will play a crucial role in determining the company's future. The stakes have never been higher, and Carter's choices could either cement his legacy or lead to his downfall. The future of Forrester Creations. As the dust settles on this latest chapter of intrigue and betrayal, the future of Forrester Creations hangs in the balance. Stephy's schemes, Daphne's allure, Brooke's resilience, and Ridge's vacillations create a tapestry of drama that keeps viewers riveted. The battle lines are drawn, but the outcome remains uncertain. Will Stephy's plan succeed, or will it unravel in the face of unforeseen complications? Can Brooke find the strength to stay and fight, or will she choose a new path? And what role will Daphne ultimately play in this high-stakes game of power and ambition? We'll dive into the tangled web of guilt, hypocrisy, and intrigue surrounding Stephy Forrester, her hidden past, and her quest for redemption at Forrester Creations. Let's unravel the drama piece by piece. A history of secrecy, Stephy's unspoken guilt. Stephy Forrester's relentless campaign against Hope Logan's alleged scheming is hiding more than just a business motive. Underneath her fury lies a simmering guilt over her own actions, one she hasn't dared to confess. Back in June 2023, during an emotionally charged moment in Italy, Stephy found herself in a compromising situation. Liam Spencer, reeling from witnessing his wife, Hope, kiss Thomas Forrester, sought comfort in Stephy's presence. What began as a moment of shared frustration took an unexpected turn when Liam kissed her. The memory of that kiss lingers, gnawing at Stephy's conscience. Her initial shock at Liam's impulsive act didn't prevent her from dwelling on it in the days that followed. Was there a spark? A fleeting desire? These unanswered questions weigh heavily on Stephy, making her accusations against Hope seem like a classic case of projection. Rewriting the narrative, Hope versus Stephy. Stephy has repeatedly painted Hope as the villain in this ongoing saga. She accuses her of being a master manipulator and even of disrespecting her marriage to Finn by kissing him. But the irony is glaring, Stephy's own actions mirror what she condemns in Hope. By fixating on Hope's missteps, Stephy avoids confronting the truth about her behavior. This hypocrisy becomes all the more evident when we examine the double standard in Stephy's marriage. Finn, after being kissed by Hope, immediately confessed to his wife, prioritizing honesty and transparency. Yet Stephy, who shared not one but 2 kisses with Liam, has kept this secret buried, even as she criticizes Hope for far less. A pattern of deception, the July kiss. Just weeks after the first kiss in Italy, Liam visited Stephy at her home, this time under the pretext of discussing his deteriorating marriage. What followed was another kiss, this one deliberate, lingering, and undeniably mutual. While Stephy ultimately shut it down, the moment was enough to plant seeds of doubt in her mind. Did she entertain feelings for Liam? And more importantly, why hasn't she come clean to Finn about it? This second kiss solidified the emotional complexity of Stephy's position. Her decision to remain silent creates a stark contrast to Finn's straightforward honesty. Is she protecting her marriage, or is she afraid of the consequences of her actions? Either way, her silence speaks volumes. The business plot: Stephy's schemes at Forrester Creations. Meanwhile, Stephy's ambition to regain control of Forrester Creations has taken on a life of its own. Her partnership with Daphne Rose is both strategic and personal. Stephy has tasked Daphne with using her charm and influence to sway Carter Walton and disrupt his relationship with Hope. But beneath this calculated move lies a deeper motivation: Stephy's need to reclaim her sense of power and control, both in the business and in her personal life. Daphne's entrance into the Forrester Creations office was nothing short of theatrical. With her exotic fragrance and magnetic presence, she captivated Carter and Hope, leaving them mesmerized. Stephy, watching from the shadows, believes this is the key to undermining her rivals. However, by relying on Daphne's seductive tactics, Stephy risks losing sight of her own principles. Could this scheme backfire, leaving her more vulnerable than ever? The hypocrisy of morality, a tale of two standards. Stephy's moral high ground crumbles when viewed through the lens of her own indiscretions. Her outrage over Hope's kiss with Finn feels hollow when juxtaposed with her secret moments with Liam. Is Stephy truly angry at Hope, or is she battling her own internal demons? The emotional weight of her hypocrisy adds layers to her character, making her both compelling and deeply flawed. Her failure to hold herself to the same standard as Finn reveals a disconnect in her understanding of accountability. While she demands honesty and fidelity from others, she struggles to embody these values herself. This internal conflict could be the undoing of her meticulously crafted image. The bigger picture: what lies ahead for Stephy? As Stephy navigates the treacherous waters of business and personal relationships, the stakes continue to rise. Her plan to use Daphne as a pawn in the Forrester power struggle is risky at best. Daphne's growing influence could disrupt not only Hope and Carter's partnership, but also Stephy's own alliances. Additionally, her unresolved feelings for Liam add another layer of tension to an already volatile situation. What will happen if Finn learns the truth about Stephy's kisses with Liam? Will it shatter their marriage, or will Stephy find a way to mend the cracks before it's too late? And how will her business tactics at Forrester Creations impact her relationships with Ridge, Eric, and the rest of the family? A final reflection: Stephy's journey of redemption. Stephy's journey is one of complexity and contradiction. She is a woman driven by ambition, love, and a deep-seated need for validation. Yet, her actions reveal a vulnerability that makes her relatable despite her flaws. Whether she finds redemption or succumbs to the weight of her choices remains to be seen. Next, we'll uncover the explosive drama surrounding Ridge Forrester's tumultuous love life and the heated reactions it sparked among fans. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. A crisis in creativity, the show's repeated cycles. The Bold and the Beautiful has found itself in the crosshairs of fans' frustrations, with many lamenting the show's inability to break free from its repetitive patterns. Ridge Forrester's perpetual flip-flopping between Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes has reignited debates about the creative stagnation of the CBS soap. Fans have long wondered, why can't the show push forward with fresh narratives? A viewer on social media summarized the sentiment perfectly: it's as if the writers are stuck in the 90s. We've watched this triangle play out so many times, we could script it ourselves. This criticism reflects a deeper desire for bold storytelling that dares to take risks. After all, soap operas thrive on reinvention, and The Bold and the Beautiful seems hesitant to embrace it. The internet erupts, a chorus of criticism. As Ridge's storyline continues to dominate airtime, fans have taken to forums and comment sections to voice their displeasure. Many are calling out the regressive nature of the plot, with one particularly cutting remark stating, "Watching Ridge bounce between Brooke and Taylor for the umpteenth time feels like watching a rerun of a show no one asked to see again." Critics argue that the show's fixation on Ridge's love life detracts from the potential of other characters. Why not explore newer, more dynamic relationships like Thomas and Hope, another fan asked. This question echoes a larger concern, the show's unwillingness to allow its younger cast members to shine and evolve. Ridge's missteps, a case of poor resolution skills. At the heart of this backlash lies Ridge Forrester himself, whose behavior has left viewers scratching their heads. Once seen as a charismatic and commanding presence, Ridge's repeated inability to commit has eroded much of the goodwill fans once had for him. His tendency to abandon relationships at the first sign of trouble has led some to label him a symbol of emotional immaturity. A fan commented, "Ridge doesn't resolve conflict, he runs from it." When things go wrong with Brooke, he immediately turns to Taylor, and vice versa. It's exhausting to watch. This critique underscores a larger issue with the character's development, or lack thereof. Ridge's inability to grow has made him a polarizing figure, with some viewers calling for a complete overhaul of his story arc. The love triangle that refuses to die. For over 3 decades, the Ridge-Brooke-Taylor triangle has served as a cornerstone of the bold and the beautiful. Yet, what was once an engaging dynamic has now become a source of fatigue for many fans. The incessant back and forth has led to calls for the writers to move on from this storyline once and for all. One viewer expressed their frustration, saying, "We've seen this triangle play out in every conceivable way. It's time to let it go and give these characters something new to do." This sentiment highlights the potential for the show to explore untapped narratives that could breathe new life into its characters and attract a younger audience. Missed opportunities, the case for Thomas and Hope. While Ridge's romantic woes continue to dominate the screen, other storylines with immense potential have been left by the wayside. Chief among them is the relationship between Thomas and Hope, which fans have described as one of the most compelling dynamics on the show. Thomas and Hope had the kind of chemistry that could have carried the show into a new era, a fan lamented. Instead, the writers have chosen to sideline their story in favor of revisiting Ridge's old habits. This decision has left many wondering what could have been had the show invested in this fresh, modern pairing. A call for change, what fans want. As the criticism continues to mount, fans are making their voices heard. They're calling for the bold and the beautiful to embrace innovation and take risks with its storytelling. Suggestions range from introducing new characters to exploring contemporary issues that resonate with today's audience. One fan proposed, "Why not introduce a character who shakes up the dynamics at Forrester Creations? Someone with a hidden agenda who can challenge the status quo." Ideas like these reflect a yearning for complexity and intrigue, elements that have been missing from the show's recent plots. Producers under fire, will they respond? Despite the growing backlash, the show's producers have remained tight-lipped about the criticism. This silence has only added to fans' frustration, with many wondering if their feedback is falling on deaf ears. "Do they even care what we think?" one fan asked, reflecting a sense of disillusionment among the audience. The question now is whether the showrunners will take these critiques to heart and make meaningful changes. Or will they continue to rely on the same old formulas that have left viewers feeling disconnected? Ridge's future, what lies ahead? As Ridge Forrester's storyline unfolds, the stakes are higher than ever. His decisions will not only impact his relationships with Brooke and Taylor, but also shape the future of the show itself. Will he finally learn to resolve conflict without running away? Or will his pattern of indecision continue, driving fans further away? The bold and the beautiful's crossroads. The show finds itself at a pivotal moment. With fan frustration reaching a boiling point, The choices made in the coming months will determine whether The Bold and the Beautiful can reclaim its place as a must-watch soap or fade into irrelevance. The time for change is now, and the audience is watching closely. Thank you for joining us on B&B Spoilers channel. What are your thoughts on Ridge's latest escapades and the direction of the show? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for all the latest updates and insights into your favorite soap opera.